Differences between there and there. Do these words look familiar to you? There and the? You may not be aware of it, but you use at least one of them every single day. But the problem is that most people find it difficult to differentiate between them, and they don't know when to use either of them. Without much talk, I'll show you how to differentiate them. It's more than just their appearance, and when is appropriate to use them. When you pronounced these words, there and there, did you notice that they sounded very much alike? What we call such words is homophones. They are words that sound alike but are spelt differently. Some are even spelt the same way but with different meanings. For instance, saw, past tense of see, and saw, a cutting equipment. Like this video and subscribe to our channel if you're new here and you find this video helpful. Also, share it with your friends as well. Before I go off track, there is a contraction. A contraction is a combination of two words to create a single word that possesses the qualities of the combined words. Words are contracted typically for ease of pronunciation in natural communication, rapid speech. So it's made up of they and are. Here is an example of their usage without contraction. They are good people. They is the subject because it is the entity being described. Are is the linking verb that connects the subject to what describes it, which is good people. Now look at the contracted form, they're good people. This sounds more natural, like what people use in natural conversations, because we don't spell out every word when we talk. There is a possessive determiner. It is not a possessive adjective because it lacks meaning on its own, and only depends on situation to be meaningful. Here's an example: Mike, this is their bag. Why is it so big? The conversation above shows that both the speaker and the addressed know whose bag it is, which is why the possessive determiner, there, was used to qualify the noun, bag. If they didn't know whose bag it was, they wouldn't use there. The owner is known. If you isolate there from that conversation, it would have no meaning of its own. So, there is a possessive determiner that is used when referring to properties owned by multiple persons, that is, it shows possession by more than one person. For example, their faces are terrifying. There has two interpretations. One, which is more common, is that it is a demonstrative, a word that gives direction or points to something or someone. For instance, the Simpsons live there. It is a word used to show location. Another interpretation is, it is a dummy pronoun that can stand in the subject position of a sentence without replacing a noun. We already know that pronouns replace nouns in sentences. For example, John is coming, he is coming. There does not replace any noun since it is basically a placeholder, or what I'd like to call a pseudo subject. For example, there is no place like home. There does not mean anything in this sentence, neither does it perform any action in their sentence. It's just that to cover up the space of subject in the sentence. When to use there and there, you use there when you're describing more than one person. For example, they're my friends. You use there when you're talking about items owned by more than one person. For example, this is their dog. You use there when you're describing or pointing to a location. For example, I know they live there. You're stating a general fact that does not require a subject. For example, there is nothing you can do. See you soon.